Well, good afternoon everyone, and welcome to the shop. It's a pretty cold morning this morning. We had 18 below zero, that's Fahrenheit, this morning, so I'm a little late getting out into the shop. Today's project is going to be a couple of Husqvarna chainsaws that was brought in. The owner had quite a logging business, and he's retired, but he's wanting these old saws brought back to run to get some firewood and stuff. One of them was his dad's, and the other one is just an old saw that he had. So I'll spin you around and let you take a look and see what we got, and then we'll get started on them. All right, the first one here is a 371 XP, says 1998 on the tag right here, and you can see it's been used hard. It doesn't have the chain brake on it anymore, and he just wants us to get it running. And you know, it's been thrown around. It's had the case, looks like it's been bonded and then repainted, so it's pretty rough, but we'll get that. That's going to be our second saw. Okay, and this one he says was his dad's saw. Got some crappy lighting here with that sun. We got about 18 inches of snow out here and not a cloud in the sky. It's just brighter than bright. I guess I ought to invest in a curtain or something. But anyway, this is a 181 SE, and I'm not sure how to read the date on it because it's a different style of tag, but it's had the chain brake and all that stuff removed also. So we'll go that, and this one's filthy. It's been bouncing around the back of a truck. Like I say, his family has quite the logging business, and I think everybody's pretty retired except one brother that still hauls wood, and his brother's the one that would get my firewood for me. If you go back and look at my semi-loads, that's what he does. He brings in a semi-load of wood. So we'll go ahead and go through this. He thinks this one here has bad fuel lines in it. He doesn't. He said it hadn't been run much, but man, it looks beat. So we will go through it and see what we can do to make it run better. I haven't even tried starting them yet. So let me get some tools rounded up, and we will start taking these apart and seeing what we can do to get them fixed. All right, I took the bar off and took the bar and chain off and the side cover, and it's really dirty. Sorry for the bad lighting. And drained the fuel out of it, and the fuel was kind of purple. It must be the kind of 2-cycle fuel, but it's really clean, no water. Inside of the tank was spotless. So I put in some fresh 2-cycle mix, and I'm thinking we ought to try starting this and see if we can get it to pop. So okay, that's on. It's got a odd coil set up here. It looks like a coil, so it must have some kind of pickup in the bottom. This is an old saw. This is a real old saw. Okay, yeah, let me let my cat in. Come on, Tom. he's going to want out of here as soon as this thing fires up. So, but you'll probably hear him meowing in the background there. Okay, a little bit of choke. Get the trigger lock. Trying to find some way of getting a hold of this. Got lots of compression. Let me set that cover back on there, just so I got something to get a hold of. Got a short rope. Okay. You want back out now, buddy? All right, I'll let you out. Okay, there you go. Just wanted to see what was going on, I guess. I feel like it's getting very good connection down there. Okay, we're getting good spark. So let's just give that a little bit of pump gas here. See if we can get it to hit. No telling how long this has been setting. And he might have just put fresh fuel in it to try to get it started before he brought it to me. So we'll give her a couple more pulls. It's firing, so you know it's hitting. I think it just needs a little TLC. Ooh, a little smoky in here now. But yeah, the oiler's working good. So should we see if that'll pick up again off the choke? Big old freaking hole in it. Kind of beat up. Choke. Yep, I'm thinking it's going to need a carb clean. Alrighty, I'll bring you back when I got the carburetor off. Alright, I got the carburetor off. We'll go ahead and get this tore down now. This is a Tillotson? Tillotson, I guess you call it. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but that's all right. Yeah. Tillotson, I guess it is. Tralee out of Ireland. Wow. And see what else we got written on here. Yeah, made in Ireland. Wow. Alrighty. Hopefully we don't need parts for it. Let's go ahead and we'll take this apart. It's put together with slotted screws instead of Phillips head or the what is it, JIS or whatever. So we'll get this all tore apart. Check that metering diaphragm, make sure the fuel pump and stuff is all working okay on it. Ireland, huh? I thought Husqvarna's was made out of Sweden. Well, maybe just the carburetor is. This has got a weird tag on it. Usually the Husqvarna model tags, you know, say made in Sweden. Oh yeah, that's just all full of crap. I don't know if you can see that. Right in here. Yeah, I was watching Bruce Pender out of Canada working on an ice auger, and I got one down here. I think it's almost the same exact ice auger, and he was taking the carburetor apart, and I think it was a Tilson or whatever. using a box cutter, and he slipped and cut that diaphragm, and so he had another motor there, and happened to have the same style of carburetor on it, and he thought, well, I'll just pull that metering diaphragm out of that. And sure as heck, he was prying up under the edge with that big old box cutter. He's left-handed. Slice that one. I felt so sorry for him. So he had to order him up a new deal. And I use an X-Acto blade. I use the sharp edge just to get it started. Then I use the back of the blade to pry the gasket off. And that way there I'm not likely to, there we go, see? Likely to puncture it. So that's the fuel pump. Seems to be pretty pliable. Little screen down in here. I'm sure you guys can kind of see, I've got my hands in the way. A little screen right there. Just pry that out with a pick. So that's looking good. So now we'll go over here to the metering diaphragm. Yeah, I'd like to know what year this is. The see if I can see that. The serial number on it is 6072247. And then there's a painted deal under there, and I think it says something made in Sweden, or Husqvarna from Sweden, or I can't quite remember. But yeah, it'd be nice to know what year this was. Just personal interest, you know. I have done some pretty old ones. I did a old home light. Man, it was old. I think it was a 68 or something like that. That XL 800 or something. It turned out good. I just needed a new set of points in it. The wire had rubbed through on the flywheel, and so it didn't have any spark. It's kind of cool. Big old saw. Well, it's getting fuel because it's the metering diaphragms. Seems to be fairly pliable. I think I might even have one of these metering diaphragms from another. This is where old Bruce was trying to get this diaphragm off with that big old box cutter, and he sliced right through the diaphragm twice. Gasket. And he was saying that on the there was a, this has an H on it. The gasket that he got had some directions with it, how to put it in. This one here, the gasket's first and then the diaphragm. At least that's how it's set up now. Just kind of working the back of this. Trying not to damage that diaphragm. Yeah, got through now. I use the back of the blade and just kind of slide it around and pry it up. Take my time. Kind of see what's going on there. Probably hearing a little bit of furnace. I just had a guy come and pick up a snowblower, and we looked, and the temperature at the airport was 5 degrees above 0 Fahrenheit. Okay, there we go. And that diaphragm is still real pliable, so I think we're going to be okay. So there's that. Now we'll go ahead and get the float out, or the needle. Get the sonic cleaner heating up. Yeah, everything looks really pretty good. Okay. Check the settings here. Okay, this is the low. So we are 1/2, just shy of 1. Check those for, okay, this is the high, so there's 1/2, just a hair over 3/4, so just under 1 and just over 3/4. And looks like the high is the fatter different sizes, so you won't get those confused. And the springs are different size too, so we won't get those messed up. Let's see if we can get that intake manifold gasket off of there. Kind of see there, I'm using the back of the blade. And they just kind of pry up just to break it loose. I'm not trying to do the whole thing all at once. There we go. That's been sealed with something. Pretty nasty looking. Okay. Doesn't, oh, what that is. Doesn't look like a jet of any sort. Boy, that choke plate's... Oh, it's probably the ball for the choke plate. I don't think I'm going to take that off. That's looking good. Alrighty, we'll get this thrown in the sonic cleaner and bring you back when it's done. Alright, I got this carburetor all boiled out, and we will go ahead and put it back together. So let's do the pump side first. So we got this little screen, goes in first. Too big. Gotta find something a little bit. That'll be it. Just gotta have something about the right size to shove that down in that hole. Just like that. Okay. put on the fuel pump. And the cover. And I believe that was the bigger screws. Trying to keep my hand out of the way there. Guess that's going to have to do. It was not too bad. It had a little bit of sawdust inside the carburetor here, but seems to be working pretty good. Okay, there's that. Now we want to get the spring. Gotta get everything lined up here. Okay, so now we want to do the metering, or the needle valve. Okay, we'll stand the little spring in. That looks pretty good. Whoop. I don't fumble bum it around here. Okay. We got that. Okay, there's that. That on. And there's a little peg right there. And that has to get caught by the end of that lever that runs the needle valve. Get that put underneath it. Do a quick check here. Okay, I'm underneath it. Okay, there's that. That. I got it up a little bit here. It's about 57 degrees in the shop now. Oh, there's the cat. Should we let the cat in where it's warm? We'll let that cat in. Come on, Tom. Yeah, telling me stories. Yeah. Well, Tom's a feral cat that's been hanging around for a couple of years. I named him Tom because I'm not very clever with names. Yeah, I hear you, buddy. He's got pretty friendly. Looks like he just might have went out and caught something neat. He's got a big old belly. Okay, there's that. Okay, now we'll put the jets in. A little wipe here. You're the one that wanted in. Yeah. I hear ya. You got food out there. And let's see, we were just shy of 1 on the low. So there's a half. And there's about where we was at. And the high was just over 3/4, I believe. So there's a half, 3/4, and a little bit. Okay, there we go. I'll get you spun around and we'll see if we can squeeze this into the saw. Okay, here's the saw. I took a little time and cleaned it all up really nice. And turned out pretty good. It was a filthy mess. Got the clutch side all cleaned out good. So yeah, everything kind of cleaned up good. There's the side cover. And everything's kind of wore. It's kind of really got some sun bleaching on it there. Maybe I can put some Mother's Back to Black on that. Maybe that'll bring that back a little. And then I cleaned the bar up. I sharpened the chain while I was waiting for the carburetor to go through the wash. So, just a few things here. I got a gasket over here. I'm going to need that. Okay. I have to put a little tack on that to hold that in place until I can get the carburetor on there. Alright, I got this little doodad here. We'll find me a pan or something to squirt this into. Kind of clean it off a little brake clean. Okay, there's that. And it looks like I had a screw missing. I might have to find a screw. Okay. Whoa. fumbling here. Okay, that sits in there like that. I'll pick the fuel line up before we forget. Well, it's still easy. Might as well pop the choke lever on. Okay, it's popped on. That choke lever, the little end on it was really loose, so I had to peen the end of it so it was tight again. Now it works really good. So there's that. Okay. Then we've got this. Sits in here like that. Try to sneak this gasket in. There's that one. It fell. Let's see if I can hook it with the pick here. Underneath. Tom don't like the compressor. Yeah, I know, buddy. Okay. There's that. There's that. Kind of tough getting that one. These Allens are, one is a little bit lower, and boy, it's right down to where you can just barely get your wrench on. Kind of hard to get it started without stripping it. Getting it cross-threaded. Okay, now I got this little throttle linkage. Kind of fits in the hole here and snaps into the throttle lever arm. That little squeeze with a pair of pliers. Come on. There we go. That works good. Get the boot line back up in there. So that it kind of seals off the carburetor compartment. Kind of reminds me of a shift boot. It's kind of offset to one side, and I didn't have a binding on that. There we go. Now let's see if we can get it in. A little bit, there we go. That looks good. That one's in. Throttle's in, that's in. Okay. So squirt off this air cleaner a little bit. Well, Tom don't like this air hose either. He doesn't like loud noises. There he goes. Yeah, I know, buddy. You want out? Get away from that noise, huh? All right, I'll let you out. All right, there you go. That's funny. Likes to hang around here, but as soon as it gets noisy, he's gone. So that's gets that back together. Snug them down a little bit. Got the plug in and got it tight. Make sure it's snapped down all the way. There's that. Go ahead and put this on. I might see if I can find another. See if he wants me to replace that. That's really letting a lot of sawdust into that compartment. Have to go on eBay and see if I can find that shroud. Might have to go to Farmer Tech. Looks like there's quite a chunk missing off the front side here too. All right, we'll see if we can get it to hit now, and if we do, we'll go ahead and put the bar and the chain on. I don't like running them much with the without the bar on. So, a little throttle. Set the trigger. This is the trigger lock right here. Different. It's on. Full choke. Let's see what we can do. Just a little bit tall for me. There we go. That's what we want to hear. Well, it's usually coughing and snorting, so we'll go ahead and put that bar on. Rolling oil all over. Reach around you here and get this chain off the sharpener. Pardon the reach. Back you off a little bit here. Getting ahead of myself here. Got the inner plate here. Needs to go on. There we go. Now let's put it on. That one. This is the last nut out of the pan, so hopefully we got everything back in where it should be. Now we can let her rip without having to worry about that clutch coming off. See if we'll start without choking. Nope. Grab a little screwdriver. We're going to have to adjust that carburetor a little bit. High end's still a little off. Need to get just a little bit different screwdriver. Try my little steel Boy, she's a screamer. That's loud. Probably should have had the earmuffs on. Holy crap, it's smoky now. Hate to open up the door. See how cold it is out there. 8 below 0 Fahrenheit. Won't leave that open very long. Well, let's see how she does on a restart. Okay, I think that one's done. We'll set that over here and call him to come get that one. He was wanting to get that one done. He called me the other day and says he's not gonna cut any wood because it's too cold. Whew. Man, ooh, that made the old furnace kick on. All right. So, it's still got a lot of wear on it, but it sounds really good. Man, messing the bench. That's the trouble with working on chainsaws, and where you can't take them outside and run them. At least I'm not going to stand out there when it's so cold. And get you up here where I can talk at you. There we go. There's that good looking fella. All right. That's kind of a quick little easy one. I'd still like to figure out how to read those serial numbers on that. It's got a odd tag on it. Let me see if I can get up here to let you see. Yeah, where are we at? There you go. See, there's a tag. There you go. See, there's a tag right there. And it's basically just a serial number. Where on a usually the newer Husqvarnas, well, I don't know about newer, but the other one has a black tag. See right there? And it has the date on it. So, I don't know. Maybe I can go online and see when the years they manufactured this, what was it, 181? So 181 SE, and then on the top here it says extra power, XP. And then on the side, the last little bit of the tag says 181S, and then you can see it was kind of an E. So, but solid, good, healthy, strong saw. It's heavy. Oh my heck, it's heavy. But I like those Husqvarnas. I own a, I think it's a 455 Rancher. This is my main saw. I mean, I got quite a few saws. And that's the one I used to go get firewood with. And the one I'd like to get some time to try out is this great big you can see it over there or not, that big home light there. Oh, right there. I'd like to get into this one right here. It's home light, Textron. Try to read the label here without me. Yeah. I don't know if I can see it. Got a full wrap bar, 550. So I think that'd be a fun one to get into. That's a big one. So, another day. We got all kinds of chainsaws. I got finish up this other one here for Ron. He asked me if I couldn't get one out of him this week. I was going to try to get it out Wednesday or Thursday, but didn't happen. Got buried in snowblowers. Since that last big snowstorm, I think I did like a dozen snowblowers. So, all right, well, I'm just rambling now. It's getting late, about 9 o'clock at night. So, we will see you later. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video. Bye-bye. We got to do it one more time. All right, that's it. We'll quit playing around. You guys have a good night.